Welcome guys, thank you so much for joining in. So today in this video, I'm actually going to show you a very interesting scenario unfolding right now with Bitcoin price action and also with Ethereum. So if we start this analysis by looking at the price structure of Bitcoin right now in an hourly time frame, you can see guys, the price here has clearly pierced through the top CPI line, which was around 34,600, 34,700 price level. I told you on my yesterday's video, if we are going to break above this line which previously acted as a resistance, you can see here, if I make a bit longer, this trend line is acting as a very strong line of resistance, because you can see resistance. But now since we are above this is actually a very great sign, because now the price could be heading in this manner following this ascending channel, because you can clearly see this ascending channel did also play a very important role. The lower line acted as a support, the upper line acted as a resistance. So right now where we could be heading, it looks like we are heading towards this upper line area of this ascending channel. But one thing you have to take into consideration, as I've already said you, this candle here, this candle has to close above this CPI line. This is very important, because if you look at the price structure in a 4-hour time frame, you can see we are clearly above this 36,600, 36,700 price level. So what we need to do is we need this candle here to close above this top CPI line, right? So if we are going to close above this top CPI line, then there is a very likely scenario of a continuation pattern in upper direction. If you want to look at this price structure without this CPI indicator, what we can do is we can deselect this CPI and look at this price structure with the help of this descending triangle. Because right now if you look at the price structure, you can see we are breaking out, right? We are breaking out of this trend line area which was previously acting as a resistance. We have talked about this, you can see here, right? Resistance, and now this line here acted as a support. So this trend could be actually changing from here on, because if you look at the price movement here, let me show you this again, right? You can see using this descending channel here in a 4-hour time frame, resistance. Now the upper line is actually acting as a support. So that's why I told you that this trend could be now changing the trend direction from this lower highs, lower low scenario to higher highs, higher lows type of scenario. So now we could be changing our trend direction. You can see clearly that this upper line acted as a resistance, lower line acted as a support. So now this ascending channel could be playing out. So if this is going to continue, as I've already said you previously, this upper line area, right? This upper line area are our target area. So at least around this 37,000 could be our next possible target, because if we look at this using this trend line area, because right now the trend does looks like it could be heading in an upper direction. As I've already said you guys, each and every trend line here has played a very important role to find out where we could be possibly hitting. What I did last time, I showed you guys with this trend line here. I told you if we are going to break this line, then there is a likely scenario of a continuation pattern to the upside. So if we go a bit higher, we can also see the next possible target for us right now, if this is going to continue, would be somewhere around this 37,500 to 37,600 price level. And if this trend is still going to continue further, then as you can see, this here around this 41,400, 41,500 is going to be the next possible target for Bitcoin at this current stage, because now you can see this price movement here looks like it is heading in an upper direction. And if I add this CPI indicator again here exactly at this price level, we also know that this green line here is our target area according to the CPI. So 40,000 here to the upside should not be forgotten, right? This is very important, because the CPI line has played a very important role. I gave you many different examples on my previous videos regarding Bitcoin. I said you, hey, if you don't want to look at this in this manner, we can also choose another scenario, which was this descending triangle type of scenario, because we knew the lower line here was a very strong support and upper line was a very strong resistance. So now you can see this here was an impulsive move, consolidation, right? And now again another impulsive move could be on our way. So this here is a type of movement I was actually looking for, and I've also showed you with many different examples in my previous videos. And also you can see this price movement here from this swing low till this swing high, it got a really strong support from this golden pocket level of 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. You can see we came there, we found a very strong support, and now we are heading in an upper direction. And if this trend is going to continue with the help of this Fibonacci retracement level, then the price movement here around this 36,500, 36,400 could be our next possible target. And the upper target, as I've already said, is 38,000, and also we could be heading towards this 40,000 price level, because 40,000 is exactly where we are also focusing, because according to our Wyckoff's RE-ACCUMULATION phase, the price target here could be getting gravitated towards the upper trend line area, which is around 40,000 to 42,000 price level. And this is what I see right now looking at the price action of Bitcoin. So now let's look at this Ether price action. And also, if you want to support the channel anyway, guys, feel free to use my Bybit referral, which is also providing $620 bonus right now. And this is only for limited time period. So feel free to follow this instruction, what is given down below, and claim your bonus. So now let's reach the chart. So now if we look at this Ether USD, guys, you can see very clearly that the price of Ether right now looks like it is breaking out of this upper line of this ascending triangle. We said, hey, if this trend is going to continue, and since we were already approaching the endpoint area, now the price of Ether must choose a trend direction. This is what we talked about in my previous video. And if you look at this price movement right now, we are heading in an upper direction. And if you look to the downside, this unbalanced volume is also clearly flashing a very interesting scenario, because this unbalanced volume is also showing us that, hey, this price movement, what we are witnessing, is clearly moving in an upper direction, showing a very bullish trend. So this breakout is more likely going to continue according to this analysis, because even if we are going to see any sort of a pullback, right, this upper line, which previously acted as a resistance, could be playing as a support, and then again a move in an upper direction. I also said to you guys that this price structure here could be looked in a many different way, because if you look at this same scenario using this ascending channel, I showed this example also in my previous video. So now you can see, since we were approaching the upper line area, which previously acted as a resistance, you can see resistance, lower line acted as a support. So now if we could also break out of this upper line of this ascending channel, right, which is going to be around this 1500 area, and find support over it, then this is more likely going to be a continuation pattern. I mean a movement here in upper direction, because this is going to be a higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern, which is indicating right now the price of Ether could be breaking out, guys. And also if you look here to the downside, similar type of scenario, right? If you look at the price structure here, let me show you. For example, let's look at this here. You can see this was also very nice ascending channel type of scenario. If you look at this price structure, higher highs, right, higher highs, higher lows, continuation pattern. Just like in our case with our scenario, you can see higher highs, higher lows, continuation pattern. So if we look at this price structure, once we were able to break out of the upper line area of this ascending channel, we came back to find support, and then a breakout actually occurred. So this is exactly what I'm also expecting price of Ether to do right now, because if we are also going to break out of this 1500 price level and find support over it, then there is going to be another massive move, just like here with the Ether price action in the coming days. And also if we look at this price structure here in a bit different way, no problem, we can use this scenario here. This one example, which we have already talked plenty of time in my videos, you can see now, since the price of Ether is approaching this very important key level of resistance, right, we are seeing a breakout type of scenario. But as I've already said, you guys, we need to close above this 1440 price level or 1450 price level, because with the previous example we can clearly see the trend here is heading in upper direction. This unbalanced volume is also actually indicating a move in an upper direction. It's actually giving us a confirmation. And this movement here, right, if we are going to see a move like this here, or any sort of a pullback around this 1450 1440 price level, finding support above that, then there is a very likely scenario that we are going to continue in an upper direction. Because doesn't matter which example we look right now for Ether, this trend here does looks very bullish. And also not only in a smaller time frame, or this in a 4-hour time frame, or in a daily time frame, if you look at this in a bigger time frame, you can see the price of Ether right now is approaching a very important key level of resistance, because this key level resistance has been broken. The previous high structure, you can see we are broken out of it, but what is important right now for us is to find support above it. So if we are actually going to find support around this 1440 1420 price level, with another example this here, we are going to see a move in an upper direction. And this price here in a bigger time frame is also flashing a buy signal, because if you are aware of this Livermore's pivotal point theory, breaking the previous key level resistance is a buy signal, right? You can see, let me make it even easier. Let's look at this in a simple way. Impulsive move, corrective move, and again another impulsive move. And look at this area where we are approaching. This is new B area where we are approaching right now. This was the previous B, right? So now if you look at this example, if we are able to find support above the previous key level of resistance, then it's going to be a buy signal. Because if we monitor this price movement here with this example here, move in an upper direction, impulsive move, corrective move, and impulsive move, just like here, right? So new B, this is the newbie for us. If the price of Ether is going to find support above this price level of previous high resistance, then this is going to be another buying opportunity for Ether. Right now, it doesn't matter if you look at this Ether Bitcoin chart also here. This scenario has already been talked in my video. According to this price movement, any sort of a rejection toward this point E area from where we measure the height of this ascending broadening wedge, the move here in upper direction is very, very likely to occur. Because if you look at the scenario which I showed you in my Twitter account, I told you guys that this Ether Bitcoin price structure here was following these two scenarios. One here, according to LEVERMORE speculative chart, we could be making this new 0.8 area, and according to this ascending broadening wedge, we are going to see some obstacle before reaching the 0.8 area. You can see here, right, pullback type of scenario around this point E area. And if you look in our case, we did saw this pullback after reaching the upper line area of this ascending broadening wedge. We did saw a pullback around this point E area. Now we are seeing this consolidation type of scenario, just like here in the example, right? And so this is still indicating this Ether Bitcoin chart as a very, very likely scenario to continue further in an upper direction around this 0.05 or 0.06 Satoshi or level. So you can see now this is a very, very interesting scenario if you look at this with this Ether Bitcoin chart or also this Ether chart. So Ether does looks very, very bullish at this current stage, and I think it's going to break 1500 also today. So guys, these are some of the example I thought sharing with you in today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this video was helpful enough. If that's the case, then hit the like button, and also if you're watching this for the first time, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.